Welcome, dear friends, to a gentle journey through the whimsical and unforgettable world of Team Rocket. These three mischievous souls, Jessie, James, and Meowth, have been a constant presence in the Pokemon universe, bringing laughter, chaos, and a touch of tenderness to the hearts of fans across the globe. From their first appearance as bumbling villains to their enduring role as comedic anti heroes, Team Rocket has captured our imagination with their unique blend of charm and tenacity. Tonight, we'll explore 130 soothing facts about these beloved characters, diving into their history, their most memorable moments, and the quirky qualities that make them so endearing. As we drift through their world, we'll reflect on their friendships, their failures, and the small, beautiful moments that make them more than just comic relief. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the soft glow of Team Rocket's adventures gently guide you toward a peaceful sleep. Take a deep breath in, and as you slowly release it, feel the tension in your body melt away. Let the quiet of the night surround you as we begin our peaceful journey into the world of Team Rocket. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more relaxed, more at ease, ready to drift into a restful place where only the memories of Jessie, James, and Meowth remain. And if you enjoy stories like this, you're welcome to subscribe and softly share where you're listening from tonight. Let's begin with our first fact about Team Rocket and let the adventure unfold softly, guiding you toward a peaceful slumber. Fact 1. Team Rocket's origins trace back to the early days of the Pokemon anime, where Jessie, James, and Meowth were first introduced as the primary antagonists. Though their initial purpose was to serve as recurring troublemakers for Ash and his friends, their dynamic quickly became one of the most beloved aspects of the show. Despite their never ending failures, there's an undeniable charm to their teamwork, and it's this combination of mischief and heart that has made them enduring characters in the Pokemon universe. Each of their attempts to steal Pikachu, though doomed, reveals a deeper side to their personalities. Fact 2. Jessie, with her fiery red hair and loud personality, stands as the most dramatic member of Team Rocket. Her past is marked by struggles, including her difficult relationship with her mother, which often reflects in her brash behavior. Jessie's dream of becoming a famous Pokemon master stems from her desire to prove her worth to her family, especially her mother. This longing for validation is part of what drives her relentless pursuit of Pikachu, though she often shows a vulnerable side when her dreams slip further from her grasp, making her a more complex character than she first appears. Fact 3. James, the more thoughtful and sensitive member of the trio, comes from a wealthy family, though his childhood was far from perfect. Despite his privileged background, he was constantly pressured by his family to adhere to their high expectations, which led to his rebellious streak. His decision to join Team Rocket wasn't one of villainy, but rather one of escape, a way to find freedom from the suffocating rules of his family. James's internal conflict between his soft nature and his loyalty to Team Rocket often shines through, adding layers to his character and endearing him to fans. Fact 4. Meowth, the talking Pokemon who defies the natural order, is perhaps the most intriguing member of Team Rocket. Unlike typical Pokemon, Meowth's ability to speak human language is due to his unique backstory. He trained himself to speak in order to impress a female Meowth. His initial pursuit of her led to a bitter heartbreak, and this failure is often referenced in the show, adding an element of pathos to his character. Meowth's loyalty to Jesse and James is unwavering, and his antics, though comical, often show a deep bond of friendship with his teammates. Fact V5. The trio's motto, an iconic part of their identity, is something they recite before every mission. Though it's often met with groans from viewers, the motto is a symbol of their unshakable commitment to their cause, albeit a misguided one. The motto itself, with its dramatic flair and theatrical delivery, represents the over the top personalities of Jesse, James, and Meowth. While it's delivered with confidence, it's always tinged with the knowledge that they'll never quite succeed, yet their optimism remains, no matter how many times they're sent blasting off into the sky. Fact 6. One of the most endearing aspects of Team Rocket is their complete lack of self awareness. No matter how many times they fail, they always manage to bounce back with renewed enthusiasm and an unshakable belief in their plans. This resilience, though comically misguided, reflects an underlying theme of persistence and determination. Their endless string of failures never dampens their spirits, and it's this perseverance that makes them such an interesting and sometimes sympathetic group of villains. Even when it seems like they're at their lowest, they manage to find a new scheme to pursue, showing the beauty of their never give up attitude. Fact 7. Despite their constant failures and often absurd plans, Team Rocket's relationship with their Pokémon, especially Meowth, is one of mutual care and respect. Jessie's bond with her Wobbuffet, James's with his coughing and wheezing, and Meowth's unspoken connection with the other Pokémon they encounter show that Team Rocket isn't entirely heartless. Though they often exploit Pokémon for personal gain, their interactions reflect the deep emotional connections they form with the creatures around them. These moments of tenderness, especially in contrast to their villainous behavior, make them surprisingly relatable and demonstrate the complexity of their personalities. Fact 8. Their most notable gadget is the Rocket Ball, a device they use to try and capture Ash's Pikachu. Though these gadgets often malfunction or are rendered useless by the heroes, they are a testament to the ingenuity of Team Rocket's villains. They put an impressive amount of effort into designing their traps, showcasing their creativity and determination. The absurdity of these contraptions only adds to the humor of their schemes, which are often more comical than threatening. However, this constant failure doesn't deter them, and they continue to craft increasingly outlandish gadgets in their pursuit of Pikachu. Fact 9. Though they are technically villains, Team Rocket's actions often come across as more comedic than evil. Their plans to steal Pikachu are so frequently thwarted that they seem more like an ongoing gag than a true threat. Yet their consistency in failing, despite their best efforts, shows a dedication that is oddly admirable. The trio's role as comic relief is integral to the Pokémon series, offering a lighthearted contrast to the more intense battles and dramatic moments. Team Rocket's antics remind us that, sometimes, humor is just as important as the hero's victory, providing balance to the story. Fact 10. Over the years, Team Rocket's appearance has evolved, both in design and personality. From their classic uniforms to their more recent outfits, their look has undergone several changes, often reflecting their current mood or mission. Their style is always dramatic, with exaggerated features and flamboyant designs that match their over the top personalities. As the series progresses, they become less about being formidable villains and more about being an inseparable trio of comedic yet oddly sincere characters who remind us that villains don't always have to be menacing to be memorable. Fact 11. Despite their constant failures, Team Rocket's persistence is one of their most defining traits. Each time they're blasted off into the sky by Pikachu's powerful thunderbolt, they always manage to come back stronger and more determined than before. Their repeated failures don't seem to discourage them. Instead, they inspire the trio to try even harder. Jesse, James, and Meowth constantly rework their plans, each one more absurd than the last, showing that their dedication to capturing Pikachu is unwavering. This cycle of failure and persistence mirrors life's ups and downs, reminding us that perseverance is key no matter how many setbacks we face. Fact 12. Jessie's obsession with beauty is one of her most recognizable traits. From her love of fashion to her elaborate hairstyles, she has always been a character who takes great pride in her appearance. However, her vanity is often juxtaposed with her insecure nature, especially when it comes to her self-worth. Her childhood was marked by struggles with her mother's expectations, and she often tries to prove herself to those around her. This inner conflict adds depth to her character, as she constantly tries to balance her image with the desire for acceptance and recognition, especially from her fellow Team Rocket members. Fact 13. James's backstory is perhaps one of the most touching in the Pokemon universe. Born into a wealthy family, he was expected to follow a strict, traditional path and eventually inherit the family business. However, James felt stifled by the overwhelming expectations placed upon him, and feeling trapped, he ran away. His journey with Team Rocket is less about villainy and more about his quest for personal freedom. Though his decisions often lead him into chaotic situations, James remains one of the most sympathetic characters in the series, as his personal struggles resonate with viewers who understand the desire to break free from societal pressures. Fact 14. Meowth, though often portrayed as a comical figure, has a surprisingly deep backstory. Unlike other Pokemon, Meowth's ability to speak human language is the result of his intense desire to impress a female Meowth he once loved. His self-imposed training to speak human was motivated by the hope that she would see him as more than just an ordinary Pokemon. When he failed to win her affection, Meowth's bitterness grew, and he joined Team Rocket in search of belonging. His story is one of heartache, resilience, and a longing for companionship, making him a surprisingly tragic character despite his comedic exterior. Fact 15. Team Rocket's dynamic with Ash and his friends is complex, filled with rivalry, respect, and moments of unexpected empathy. While their primary goal is to steal Pikachu, their interactions with Ash often reveal that they're not as evil as they seem. On occasion, they even offer help or show a sense of loyalty to the group, albeit in their own unique way. The tension between them and Ash's team highlights the contrast between good and bad, while also demonstrating that the line between hero and villain can often blur. Their relationship with Ash becomes a key part of their character development. Fact 16. One of the recurring themes in Team Rocket's journey is their use of humor to mask their insecurities. Though they often seem confident in their abilities, deep down, All three members struggle with feelings of inadequacy. This is particularly evident in Jesse and James's constant need for validation and Meowth's desire for acceptance among other Pokemon. Their failure to ever capture Pikachu, despite their elaborate plans, is a source of frustration, but they often use humor to deflect this pain, maintaining an outwardly light-hearted demeanor. This defense mechanism makes their characters more relatable, as many of us hide our insecurities behind humor. Fact 17: Team Rocket's most memorable trait is undoubtedly their motto, which they recite before every mission. The motto, with its dramatic delivery and over the top theatrics, has become a trademark of their personalities. Though it often results in them being caught or interrupted before they finish, it's a vital part of their identity. The motto itself, prepare for trouble and make it double, is a symbol of their relentless pursuit of their goals, no matter how ridiculous or doomed to fail. The repetition of their motto also highlights their consistency and, in a strange way, their dedication to their cause, even when it seems hopeless. Fact 18: Their vehicles, which they often use for their schemes, have become iconic in the Pokemon series. From their giant mechanical robots to their flashy rockets, Team Rocket always has an extravagant mode of transportation for every plan. Though these vehicles are typically destroyed by the end of each episode, they serve as a reminder of Team Rocket's never-ending creativity. The over-the-top designs reflect their personalities, big, bold, and often impractical. Despite the constant destruction of their machines, they always manage to rebuild them and return with even more extravagant plans, showcasing their resilience and refusal to give up on their dreams of capturing Pikachu. Fact 19: One of the most heartwarming aspects of Team Rocket's story is their relationship with their Pokémon, particularly Jesse's Wobbuffet, James's Coughing, and Meowth's unspoken connection with the rest of the group. While their primary focus is often on capturing Pikachu, they share an undeniable bond with their own Pokémon. These relationships are built on trust, and even though Team Rocket's plans frequently fail, their loyalty to their Pokémon is unshakable. The trio's willingness to protect their Pokémon, even when it means putting their own plans at risk, is a reminder of the importance of friendship and loyalty, even in the most unlikely places. Fact 20: Throughout the Pokemon series, Team Rocket's role as villains becomes less about actual malice and more about their position as comedic anti-heroes. They are never truly evil, but rather misguided, and this subtle shift in their characterization adds complexity to their personalities. Over time, their antics evolve from being purely antagonistic to offering light-hearted, comic relief. Though they never succeed in capturing Pikachu, their unwavering spirit and friendship with one another make them one of the most beloved and enduring elements of the Pokemon universe. Their transformation from true villains to lovable, bumbling characters is a testament to their lasting appeal. Fact 21: One of the most interesting aspects of Team Rocket is their ability to bounce back after every failure. Despite countless setbacks, they never lose their enthusiasm for capturing Pikachu, and their resilience becomes a defining trait. Each time they're sent blasting off, they regroup, make new plans, and try again with even more determination. This constant cycle of failure and renewal reflects a deeper truth about life. No matter how many times we fall, the key is always to get back up and try once more. Team Rocket's persistence, though comedic, reminds us of the power of perseverance and the strength to continue in the face of defeat. Fact 22. Jessie's love for Pokemon goes beyond the tactical. While her fellow members of Team Rocket often see Pokemon as mere tools for their plans, Jessie develops a deep, genuine affection for the Pokemon she's captured, particularly her Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet's goofy nature and loyal companionship provide Jessie with moments of pure joy and companionship, highlighting her softer side. This love for her Pokemon is a constant throughout the series, and even though she can be harsh and demanding at times, it's clear that her bond with her Pokemon is one of the few things she truly values. Fact 23. James is often the more emotionally sensitive member of the trio, and his caring nature is a huge contrast to Jessie's boldness and Meowth's cynical attitude. One of the more touching moments in the series occurs when James reflects on his past and the decision he made to leave his wealthy family in order to live a life of freedom. Although he had a comfortable life, he felt trapped by the expectations placed upon him. His decision to join Team Rocket was one of escape, not villainy, and this emotional struggle adds layers to his character, making him far more relatable than many initially think. Fact 24. Meowth's love for Jessie and James is one of the most enduring relationships in the Pokemon series. Though he is often seen as the comic relief, Meowth's devotion to his teammates is unwavering. Unlike the typical villainous Pokemon, Meowth's loyalty is a symbol of friendship and the deep emotional connections he shares with Jessie and James. His willingness to go to great lengths for them, even at the cost of his own safety, is a testament to the bond they've built over time. Despite his often selfish behavior, Meowth's heart is always in the right place when it comes to his team. Fact 25. Their failure to capture Pikachu is a recurring theme in the Pokemon series, and it becomes a symbol of their endless pursuit of an impossible goal. No matter how many times they devise elaborate schemes or use outrageous gadgets, they are always thwarted by Ash, Pikachu, and the rest of the group. While this constant failure might seem frustrating, it serves a deeper purpose. The fact that they keep trying, despite knowing they will fail, adds a layer of tragedy and resilience to their characters. It speaks to the idea that the journey itself holds value, even if the destination remains out of reach. Fact 26. Jessie, James, and Meowth's creativity knows no bounds, especially when it comes to the bizarre gadgets and plans they concoct. From giant mechs to ridiculous disguises, the trio's creations are often as absurd as they are inventive. These gadgets are a signature part of their persona and a reflection of their willingness to go to extreme lengths to achieve their goals. While their plans almost always end in disaster, there's something oddly admirable about their ingenuity. The sheer imagination they put into their schemes shows that they are not just cartoonish villains, but characters who are capable of remarkable, if misguided, creativity. Fact 27. One of the most iconic elements of Team Rocket's villainy is their trademark blast-off sequence. Whenever their plans are thwarted, they are often sent flying into the sky with a dramatic blast-off at the speed of light. This recurring moment has become a hallmark of their characters and is often met with cheers and laughter from fans. While it's a simple gag, it's a reminder of Team Rocket's failure, but also of their resilience. They are always sent away, but they always return, ready to try again. It's a comedic symbol of their inability to be truly defeated. Fact 28. While Team Rocket is generally seen as a source of comic relief, their moments of vulnerability offer a deeper look into their characters. Jesse, James, and Meowth often show signs of sadness, frustration, and loneliness, especially when they are reminded of their failures. Despite their bravado and often over the top antics, there's a palpable sense of longing in their hearts. They want to succeed, they want to belong, and at times they want to be loved. These tender moments make their characters more human and relatable, and it's their emotional depth that truly makes them memorable. Fact 29. Throughout the Pokemon series, Team Rocket's relationship with Ash and his friends evolves. While they start as full blown antagonists, their interactions with Ash and his companions become more layered as time goes on. On occasion, they team up with Ash and the others to defeat common enemies, showing that, while they may be villains, they are not beyond redemption. This evolution of their relationship reflects the themes of growth and change that are central to the Pokemon series. Even villains like Team Rocket can experience growth, learn new things, and occasionally show their softer side. Fact 30. The trio's signature laugh, often heard as they make their dramatic entrances, is one of the most recognizable sounds in the Pokemon series. It's a laugh that's both sinister and playful, matching their personalities perfectly. Jesse's high pitched cackle, James's more subdued chuckle, and Meowth's distinctive snicker all blend together to create a sound that has become synonymous with their characters. This laugh has become an iconic part of their presence in the series, and whenever it's heard, fans instantly know that Team Rocket is up to no good. It's a small detail, but it's one that adds to the overall atmosphere of their villainy. Fact 31. Team Rocket's iconic catchphrase, "Prepare for trouble and make it double," has become one of the most memorable aspects of the Pokemon series. This motto is recited by Jesse, James, and Meowth at the start of almost every one of their schemes, and it encapsulates the trio's dramatic and theatrical personalities. Though they are often met with eye rolls or frustration from the heroes, their consistency in delivering the motto with such fervor is a testament to their unwavering commitment to their mission. Even though they never succeed, their passion for their cause is undeniable, which only adds to the humor and charm of their characters. Fact 32. Jessie's vanity and obsession with beauty are a consistent theme throughout the series. She's often seen admiring herself in mirrors or stressing over her appearance, and this is a trait that both defines her character and makes her more relatable. Despite her sometimes over the top behavior, Jessie's vanity masks a deep insecurity and a longing to be recognized. She dreams of fame and adoration, but her plans to achieve this often fall apart, leaving her to face the reality of her self doubt. Her obsession with beauty often clashes with the reality of her failures, but it's this juxtaposition that adds complexity to her character. Fact 33. James's past is filled with hardship and expectations. As the heir to a wealthy family, he was expected to follow a particular path, one that didn't align with his true desires. His decision to run away from home and join Team Rocket was a bold and defiant move, one that reflected his desire for freedom and self-expression. Unlike many villains who are driven by power or malice, James's motivations are rooted in a quest for independence. His internal struggle between his privileged upbringing and his desire to live life on his own terms adds emotional depth to his character. Fact 34. Meowth's self imposed training to speak human language is one of the most unique aspects of his character. Unlike other Pokemon who communicate through gestures and sounds, Meowth is capable of fluent speech, a skill he developed in an attempt to impress a female Meowth. His unsuccessful pursuit of her love led him to a life of bitterness and disillusionment, but it also drove him to join Team Rocket. Meowth's backstory is both comical and heartbreaking, as it showcases his vulnerability and desire for connection, making him more than just the comic relief of the trio. Fact 35. While Team Rocket is generally seen as the villains of the series, there are moments where they show a surprising level of care and empathy. Despite their constant scheming and villainous antics, they form strong bonds with their Pokémon and even with Ash and his friends at times. These moments of vulnerability and kindness add layers to their personalities and make them more relatable. They may be villains, but they are not evil. Their actions, though misguided, often stem from a desire for companionship, validation, or love. This duality in their characters is part of what makes them so endearing. Fact 36. One of Team Rocket's most iconic features is their ability to create outlandish inventions in their pursuit of Pikachu. From giant mechs to intricate traps, the trio's creativity knows no bounds. While these inventions are often impractical and fail spectacularly, they reflect Team Rocket's resourcefulness and determination. These gadgets are also a reflection of the trio's personalities: Jesse's boldness, James's eccentricity, and Meowth's mischievousness. Their constant attempts to capture Pikachu using increasingly absurd technology is a humorous testament to their unyielding commitment, no matter how ridiculous their plans may seem. Fact 37. Despite their constant failures, Team Rocket's resilience is truly remarkable. No matter how many times their schemes fail or how many times they are sent flying through the air, they always come back, ready to try again. This cycle of failure and rebirth is a central theme in their story. It reflects a deeper lesson about life, that no matter how many times we fall, we always have the opportunity to rise again. Team Rocket's never give up attitude, though often comedic, serves as a reminder that persistence, even in the face of repeated failure, is a valuable trait. Fact 38. The dynamics within Team Rocket are an essential part of their charm. Jesse, James, and Meowth are a trio bound by friendship and shared goals, but their personalities often clash, leading to humorous and endearing moments. Jessie's fiery personality often leads her to take charge, while James's more laid-back nature provides a counterbalance. Meowth, though often the one causing mischief, is the glue that holds the group together. Despite their differences, the trio shares a deep loyalty to one another, and their friendship remains a constant, even when their plans go awry. This camaraderie is what makes them so lovable. Fact 39. Meowth's distinct personality sets him apart from other Pokemon in the series. Unlike most Pokemon, who rely on basic communication and emotions, Meowth's ability to speak human language allows him to express his thoughts and feelings more clearly. This ability makes him an integral part of Team Rocket, as he often acts as their strategist and voice of reason. His relationship with Jesse and James is also unique, as he sees himself not just as a Pokemon, but as an equal partner in their schemes. This dynamic adds depth to his character, making him more than just a sidekick. Fact 40. Throughout their many schemes, Team Rocket's relationship with Ash and his friends evolves from pure antagonism to one of reluctant respect. While the trio initially sees Ash as a rival and an obstacle, over time they begin to recognize his determination and kindness. Though they never truly become friends, there are moments when they show a level of admiration for Ash's perseverance and strength. This subtle shift in their dynamic highlights the theme of personal growth and the idea that even the most unlikely characters can learn from one another regardless of their differences. Fact 41. Jessie's tendency to overreact in stressful situations is one of her most endearing and comedic traits. Whether she's falling victim to her own elaborate schemes or being outwitted by Ash and his friends, Jessie's dramatic reactions never fail to make an impression. Her emotional outbursts, often exaggerated to an absurd degree, add to her larger than life persona. Yet beneath this dramatic exterior lies a character who is deeply sensitive and cares deeply for her friends and Pokémon. Jessie's vulnerability, often masked by her bombastic nature, makes her a multidimensional character whose emotional depth is frequently revealed through her exaggerated responses. Fact 42. James's devotion to his Pokémon and friends is a cornerstone of his character. Unlike Jessie, who often sees Pokémon as tools in her schemes, James shares a more compassionate bond with the creatures under his care. His relationship with his Koffing and later Wheezing is filled with genuine affection, and his desire to see his Pokémon thrive goes beyond just capturing Pikachu. James's softer side often shows through his interactions with his Pokémon, where he displays tenderness and care that contrasts with his often comical and somewhat clueless behavior. His love for Pokémon is one of his most admirable qualities. Fact 43. Meowth's role as the team's strategist often puts him in the position of solving problems or coming up with plans, despite the chaos that surrounds him. Though his strategies are often more about humor than real tactical brilliance, his quick thinking and ability to adapt are undeniable. Meowth's cunning and sharp wit are often what keep Team Rocket going, even when things go awry. He's often the one who motivates the team to keep trying, offering words of encouragement or last-minute solutions. His loyalty to Jessie and James ensures that he's always there to lend a paw, no matter how hopeless the situation. Fact 44. One of Team Rocket's most endearing qualities is their love for dramatic entrances. Whether they're parachuting into the scene or blasting into the fray with an explosion, Team Rocket always makes an impression. These entrances are more than just about showmanship. They represent their larger-than-life personalities and their desire to be noticed. Despite their failures, their boldness in making a spectacle of their schemes is part of their charm. These dramatic arrivals are also a reflection of their sense of style and flair, as they love to draw attention to themselves, even if it's only to fail spectacularly in front of an audience. Fact 45. Despite their villainous tendencies, Team Rocket has a deep sense of loyalty to each other. This loyalty is most evident in their unwavering support for one another, even when their plans fail miserably. Jessie, James, and Meowth may argue and bicker, but their friendship always shines through. They've shared countless adventures together, faced danger, and weathered many failures, yet they've always stuck together. This bond between them is what makes their trio so special. It's their shared loyalty that elevates them beyond typical villains and allows them to remain beloved characters throughout the series. Fact 46: Team Rocket's relationship with Pikachu is complicated but full of humor. The trio's obsession with capturing Pikachu is a running joke throughout the series, and though they never succeed, their constant pursuit becomes one of their most defining characteristics. What's interesting is that, despite their failure, there's a sense of respect for Pikachu. Jesse, James, and Meowth see Pikachu as a worthy adversary, one that constantly outsmarts them, and this respect is part of what makes their rivalry with Ash's team so dynamic. Pikachu's strength and intelligence are recognized by Team Rocket, which adds a layer of admiration to their relentless pursuit. Fact 47: Jessie's backstory, particularly her complicated relationship with her mother, plays a significant role in shaping her character. She often mentions how her mother disapproved of her ambitions and pushed her to be something she wasn't. This conflict with her mother led Jessie to constantly seek validation and recognition, particularly through her pursuits in Team Rocket. Her actions are often driven by a desire to prove her worth, not just to her family, but to herself. This underlying emotional struggle makes Jessie's character more relatable, as her pursuit of success is motivated by her deep seated desire for approval and acceptance. Fact 48: James's quiet, reserved nature is in stark contrast to Jessie's fiery personality, and this contrast is a big part of why the two work so well together. While Jessie is often loud, dramatic, and confrontational, James tends to be more thoughtful and introspective. He's often the voice of reason in the group, although his calmer demeanor doesn't always prevent him from being swept up in the chaos of Team Rocket's schemes. His willingness to stand by his friends, even when their plans seem doomed, highlights his deep sense of loyalty. James may not always be the loudest, but his heart is just as big as his teammates. Fact 49: Meowth's journey in the series is one of self-discovery. Initially joining Team Rocket out of a desire for companionship and acceptance, Meowth slowly learns to embrace his identity as a talking Pokémon. His self-awareness is part of what sets him apart from other Pokémon, and his ability to interact with humans on an equal footing allows him to navigate the human world in ways other Pokémon cannot. Meowth's quest for recognition, both from his teammates and the world around him, is a central theme in his character arc, and it's a key part of his charm. Fact 50: One of the most unique aspects of Team Rocket is their unpredictability. While most villains have a clear-cut goal, such as world domination or wealth, Team Rocket's primary objective seems to be the simple pursuit of Pikachu. This singular focus gives them a sense of purpose, but it also creates moments of absurdity, as their plans often shift and evolve in unexpected ways. They are constantly reinventing themselves, coming up with new schemes, and finding new methods to capture their target. This unpredictability keeps their presence fresh and exciting, ensuring that they remain a beloved part of the Pokémon series for years to come. Fact 51: One of Team Rocket's most iconic features is their ever-changing outfits. From their early days in simple Team Rocket uniforms to their more elaborate costumes and disguises, their fashion reflects their personality and creativity. Jessie's dramatic outfits, often showcasing her bold and extravagant nature, contrast with James's more understated look, yet still embody a sense of flair. Meowth, always the oddball, often adds a touch of humor to the trio's wardrobe choices. The trio's outfits, though frequently destroyed in their failures, symbolize their commitment to style, spectacle, and their theatrical approach to villainy. Fact 52. Despite their apparent lack of success, Team Rocket's influence in the Pokemon series is undeniable. They've become symbols of persistence, creativity, and resilience. Their presence in nearly every episode adds a sense of continuity, as they are a constant source of humor and sometimes unexpected wisdom. While their schemes rarely succeed, their role in the Pokemon universe is integral to the show's dynamic, providing a balance to the more serious themes of adventure and battles. Their ongoing failure and their relentless pursuit of Pikachu remind viewers that even in defeat, there is always room for growth and humor. Fact 53. Meowth's unique ability to speak human language is a key aspect of his character. Unlike most Pokemon, who communicate through body language and sounds, Meowth's fluency in speech allows him to express complex thoughts, make plans, and engage in conversations with Jesse and James. His ability to communicate in this way is often used to humorous effect, as he frequently acts as the voice of reason or the mastermind behind Team Rocket's schemes. This ability, however, also sets Meowth apart from other Pokemon, giving him a sense of individuality and autonomy that adds depth to his character. Fact 54. James's background as a wealthy heir is often mentioned throughout the series. Raised in a privileged environment with high expectations, James rebelled against his family's rigid standards and chose a different path. His decision to leave behind his comfortable life and join Team Rocket was a bold move to seek freedom and authenticity. This backstory adds layers to his character, showing that his journey with Jesse and Meowth is not one of pure villainy, but of self-discovery. James is driven by a desire to find his place in the world, far from the oppressive expectations of his wealthy upbringing. Fact 55. Jessie's love for attention and fame often leads to humorous situations, especially when she tries to make her presence known in extravagant ways. Whether she's striking a dramatic pose or delivering a speech, Jessie loves to be the center of attention. This craving for recognition stems from her desire to prove herself to those who have doubted her, particularly her mother. Jessie's need for validation is a central theme in her character, and while it often leads to her making rash decisions, it also reveals a vulnerable side. Her relentless pursuit of fame and success is as much about proving her worth as it is about her personal ambitions. Fact 56. Team Rocket's gadgets are an essential part of their attempts to capture Pikachu. Whether it's a giant robot, a rocket-powered trap, or a complex contraption, the trio's creativity knows no bounds. However, these inventions are often absurdly impractical, resulting in spectacular failures. Yet it's this very creativity that makes Team Rocket's attempts so memorable. Their gadgets, though comically over-engineered, show that the trio is capable of great inventiveness, even if their creations rarely work as intended. This relentless pursuit of new gadgets and plans adds a layer of ingenuity to their characters, making them both laughable and admirable. Fact 57. Despite their lack of success in capturing Pikachu, Team Rocket often forms close bonds with the other characters in the series, especially Ash and his friends. While they remain rivals, There are moments where they demonstrate compassion and camaraderie. For instance, Team Rocket has occasionally teamed up with Ash and his friends to face common enemies, showing that even villains can have moments of redemption. These moments of cooperation reveal the complexity of their relationships, where friendship sometimes trumps rivalry. Though they will always be rivals, those fleeting moments of unity highlight the nuanced nature of Team Rocket's character development. Fact 58: Meowth's relationship with Jesse and James is built on a deep sense of loyalty and mutual respect. Unlike many Pokemon who are simply tools for their trainers, Meowth sees himself as an equal member of Team Rocket, often playing a key role in their schemes. His loyalty to his teammates is unwavering, and despite the numerous failures they face together, Meowth always has their backs. This sense of camaraderie and partnership is one of the strongest aspects of Team Rocket's dynamic, as it shows that despite their mischief and flaws, their bond is what truly holds them together. Fact 59: James's pet Wobbuffet is one of the most lovable and unexpected additions to Team Rocket's roster. Unlike other Pokemon that are actively involved in their schemes, Wobbuffet has a more passive role, often standing still and repeating his name. Despite his limited actions, Wobbuffet's presence adds an element of comedy and absurdity to Team Rocket's plans. His deadpan expressions and frequent moments of misfortune provide a unique contrast to the more animated personalities of Jesse, James, and Meowth. Wobbuffet's loyalty to James and his occasionally surprising moments of action make him an important, if quirky, member of the team. Fact 60: Jesse, James, and Meowth's relationship with their rivals, especially Ash and Pikachu, is one of the most dynamic aspects of the Pokemon series. While Team Rocket's primary goal is to capture Pikachu, their interactions with Ash and his friends evolve over time. Initially, they are simple villains, but as the series progresses, their rivalry with Ash becomes more nuanced. There are moments where they show respect for Ash's strength and determination, even if they continue to chase Pikachu. This shift in their relationship adds complexity to Team Rocket's character arc, blurring the lines between good and bad and showing that even villains can evolve. Fact 61: Team Rocket's greatest trait may be their consistency. No matter how many times they fail, they always return with a new plan to capture Pikachu. This persistence, while often played for laughs, is also a testament to their determination. They never give up, even after being blasted off into the sky countless times. Their constant failure and subsequent return for more show that despite their shortcomings, they keep pushing forward. In a way, this resilience makes them incredibly relatable, as it mirrors the human tendency to keep going, even when success seems unattainable. Team Rocket's persistence is, in a strange way, inspiring. Fact 62: James's love for Pokemon, especially his coughing and wheezing, is central to his character. He may appear to be the more light-hearted member of Team Rocket, but his bond with his Pokemon is genuine and heartfelt. His affection for them is evident in his actions, as he always treats them with kindness and respect. In many ways, James's relationship with his Pokemon shows a softer, more caring side that contrasts with the typical villainous persona. His nurturing nature makes him more relatable, as it reveals that even the most unconventional characters can have deep, meaningful connections with the creatures around them. Fact 63: Meowth's unique status as a Pokemon who can speak human language is a defining characteristic of his persona. Unlike the other Pokemon, who communicate in the traditional manner through sounds and gestures, Meowth's ability to speak allows him to strategize with Jesse and James, offering plans and advice that no other Pokemon can. However, his ability to speak also sets him apart from other Pokemon, making him feel somewhat isolated. His desire to be accepted by humans and his deep emotional complexity make him one of the most unique and multidimensional characters in the Pokemon universe. Fact 64. Jessie's past is filled with hardship, particularly with her strained relationship with her mother. Her mother's harsh expectations and constant criticism of her choices are a significant part of Jessie's motivation. She often strives to prove herself to her mother, pushing herself to achieve fame and success in Team Rocket. However, Jessie's deep-seated need for validation is often thwarted by her constant failures, and the sense of inadequacy frequently drives her to act out in dramatic ways. Her story is one of struggle, ambition, and a desire for approval, which adds emotional depth to her character. Fact 65. Despite their constant failures, Team Rocket often exhibits moments of tenderness and genuine care for one another. Their bond as a trio is one of the most compelling aspects of their dynamic. Jesse, James, and Meowth may argue and bicker, but their loyalty to each other is unshakable. When things go wrong, they are quick to offer support and encouragement, even if their actions are misguided. This emotional support, though sometimes hidden beneath a layer of humor and chaos, showcases the strength of their friendship and reminds us that no matter the situation, they always have each other's backs. Fact 66. The role of Meowth as the voice of reason is a surprising yet crucial element of Team Rocket's dynamic. While Jesse and James often rush headfirst into their schemes with little thought, Meowth frequently serves as the more logical and pragmatic member of the group. He's the one who often questions the plausibility of their plans and suggests adjustments, even if those suggestions are ignored in favor of Jesse and James's more extravagant ideas. His level-headedness often adds a touch of balance to the otherwise chaotic nature of Team Rocket's missions, making him an invaluable member of the trio. Fact 67. Team Rocket's most iconic moments often involve their outrageous disguises. From elaborate costumes to ridiculous outfits, they always manage to stand out in every situation. These disguises, though frequently falling apart or failing in spectacular ways, are a symbol of their creativity and determination. The trio's ability to transform into completely new characters, even if only for a brief moment, reflects their desire to be something greater than they are. These transformations also allow them to escape danger or manipulate situations to their advantage, showcasing their resourcefulness, even if it's not always successful. Fact 68. James's loyalty to Jesse and Meowth is a defining characteristic of his role in Team Rocket. Despite his doubts and reservations about their endless pursuit of Pikachu, he remains dedicated to his friends. James often takes on a more supportive role within the group, offering emotional and practical support when things go wrong. His willingness to go to great lengths for his teammates, even at the expense of his own happiness, demonstrates the strength of his bond with Jesse and Meowth. This loyalty, despite their constant failures, is a testament to James's character and the importance of friendship. Fact 69. Team Rocket's persistence is not just about their pursuits of Pikachu, it's also about their enduring spirit in the face of repeated failure. Each time they are defeated, whether by Ash, Pikachu, or their own devices, they return with the same determination and hope that this time will be different. This cyclical nature of failure and renewal reflects the human experience of striving for goals, even when those goals seem out of reach. The trio's refusal to give up, despite the odds, offers a sense of optimism, showing that even in the face of constant setbacks, there's always room for another attempt. Fact 70. Team Rocket's role in the Pokemon world extends beyond just being villains. They act as a source of comic relief, but they also represent the underdog story. While Ash and his friends are the heroes, Team Rocket is the perennial underdog who can't seem to catch a break. Their constant failures highlight the idea that success isn't always guaranteed, and sometimes perseverance is more important than victory. Team Rocket's persistence in the face of constant defeat allows them to hold a special place in the hearts of fans, showing that sometimes the journey, not the destination, is what matters most. Fact 71. One of the enduring aspects of Team Rocket's charm is their self-awareness. Though they never truly succeed in their missions, they never lose sight of who they are. They embrace their role as the bumbling villains, always ready to try again with a new plan, even when they know it's doomed to fail. This self-awareness adds an extra layer of humor to their antics, as they often joke about their inevitable defeat or acknowledge their own incompetence. Despite this, they remain proud of their efforts, demonstrating that confidence can be found even in the face of constant failure. Fact 72. James's relationship with his coughing, and later his wheezing, showcases the strong bond he shares with his Pokémon. Unlike many other trainers who see Pokémon as tools, James views his Pokémon as companions and friends. His affection for coughing wheezing is evident in the way he speaks to them and the care he takes in looking after them. This bond is a reflection of James's own emotional nature and his desire to connect with others, even though he often finds himself in ridiculous situations. His love for his Pokémon adds depth to his character and makes him more endearing to fans. Fact 73. Meowth's loyalty to Jessie and James is unshakable. While he often appears to be the comedic sidekick of the trio, Meowth's commitment to his friends is one of his most defining traits. He regularly goes to great lengths to help his teammates, even when it means putting himself in danger. His sense of loyalty is what keeps the trio together, as he often acts as the glue that holds their plans and their friendship together. Meowth's selflessness, though sometimes masked by his mischievous behavior, highlights the depth of his connection to Jessie and James. Fact 74. Jessie's desire for fame is a key part of her character. Throughout the series, she is shown to be incredibly ambitious, constantly seeking recognition and validation, particularly from her mother. Her desire to be a famous Pokémon trainer or celebrity is something that drives many of her actions, even though her schemes often lead to failure. Jessie's ambition, though often misguided, is a reflection of her deep need to prove herself to those around her, especially her family. Her pursuit of success, despite constant setbacks, makes her a more sympathetic character, as it reveals the vulnerability beneath her tough exterior. Fact 75. Despite their failures, Team Rocket's attempts to capture Pikachu are always portrayed with a sense of grandiosity. They rarely approach their schemes with subtlety or caution, preferring instead to create elaborate plans that are as over the top as they are ridiculous. From giant robots to extravagant traps, Team Rocket's schemes are always an expression of their creativity and flair for the dramatic. While these plans rarely work, they are a testament to the trio's relentless pursuit of their goal. Their boldness, despite the inevitable failure, showcases their passion and enthusiasm, even if their methods are often absurd. Fact 76. One of the most surprising aspects of Team Rocket is their emotional growth over the course of the series. Though they start as mere comic relief and antagonists, they gradually evolve into more complex characters. Their failures and the relationships they form with their Pokémon and with each other help to humanize them. They show vulnerability, friendship, and even moments of self doubt, making them more than just simple villains. This evolution reflects the broader theme of personal growth in Pokemon, where even the most unlikely characters can change and learn from their experiences. Fact 77. James's emotional complexity is one of the most interesting aspects of his character. While he often appears calm and composed, he is deeply sensitive and prone to self-doubt. His past, particularly his strained relationship with his wealthy family, has left him feeling unfulfilled and uncertain about his place in the world. His decision to join Team Rocket was an act of rebellion and a way to escape the expectations placed upon him. However, James's journey with Jessie and Meowth has become more than just an escape. It's also a path of self-discovery where he learns more about himself and his values. Fact 78. Jessie's fierce loyalty to her friends and Pokemon is a defining characteristic of her personality. While she may often appear selfish or driven by vanity, her actions are frequently motivated by a desire to protect those she cares about. This is particularly evident in her relationship with her Pokémon, like her beloved Wobbuffet. Despite the many failures and setbacks they face, Jessie remains fiercely protective of her team. Her loyalty, though sometimes overshadowed by her desire for fame and recognition, is unwavering, and it's one of the reasons why she remains such a compelling character in the series. Fact 79. Meowth's backstory, especially his deep-rooted desire for affection and acceptance, adds a layer of tragedy to his character. His attempt to win the affection of a female Meowth by training to speak human language ultimately ended in heartbreak, leading him to join Team Rocket out of a desire for companionship. Meowth's vulnerability is often hidden behind his mischievous exterior, but his emotional journey is one of the most poignant in the series. His quest for love and acceptance, both from his teammates and from the world, makes him a sympathetic character who adds emotional depth to Team Rocket's dynamic. Fact 80. Team Rocket's failures, while often played for laughs, also highlight an important life lesson: the value of trying again, even after repeated setbacks. Their ability to continue pursuing their goal, despite knowing that success is almost impossible, reflects a deep sense of resilience. While their plans are often ridiculous and doomed to fail, their determination to keep going is admirable. This willingness to persevere, even in the face of failure, is something that fans can relate to, as it mirrors the human experience of pushing forward, even when the odds are against us. Fact 81. Team Rocket's relationship with Ash and Pikachu evolves over time. Initially, they were simply villains, intent on stealing Pikachu for their own gain. But as the series progressed, the trio began to show more depth in their interactions with Ash. While they were still rivals, there were moments when Jesse, James, and Meowth showed genuine respect for Ash's determination and strength. These moments of mutual respect created a more complex dynamic between the characters, where rivalry coexisted with moments of understanding. This development adds nuance to Team Rocket's role, making them more than just recurring antagonists. Fact 82. One of the most memorable aspects of Team Rocket is their ability to create chaos wherever they go. Whether they're attempting to capture Pikachu or simply causing mayhem, their antics never fail to disrupt the status quo. Their knack for turning everyday situations into absurd scenarios is part of what makes them so entertaining. Though their plans are almost always foiled, their ability to create chaos with such creativity and flair is an important part of their charm. The disruption they cause, paired with their persistence, keeps fans engaged in constantly guessing what they'll do next. Fact 83. Meowth's intelligence is a key factor in Team Rocket's operations. While Jesse and James often act on impulse or emotion, Meowth is usually the one who comes up with the plans. His sharp mind and ability to strategize despite his status as a Pokémon are key to the trio's repeated attempts to capture Pikachu. Meowth often serves as the voice of reason in the group, providing ideas and solutions that reflect his cunning nature. His intelligence sets him apart from other Pokémon, giving him a unique role within Team Rocket as their de facto strategist and mastermind. Fact 84. James's quirky and emotional nature is part of what makes him such a beloved character. While Jessie tends to be more driven and assertive, James often balances her out with his more reserved and introspective personality. His self-doubt and emotional complexity make him more relatable, especially when compared to Jesse's more dramatic tendencies. His backstory, marked by his strained relationship with his wealthy family, adds depth to his character and highlights his desire for freedom. James is a character whose growth and emotional journey continue to resonate with viewers, showing that even the most humorous characters can have a rich inner world. Fact 85. Jessie's love for Pokemon, particularly her Wobbuffet, is one of her most endearing qualities. Despite her often bombastic and dramatic nature, Jessie's relationship with her Pokemon is filled with genuine affection. Wobbuffet, with his simple yet loyal demeanor, is a perfect match for Jessie's high energy, sometimes volatile personality. Their bond, while comedic, is also one of the most heartfelt in the series, and Jessie's protective nature toward her Pokemon showcases her softer side. This dynamic between Jessie and Wobbuffet adds emotional depth to her character, showing that beneath her tough exterior lies a caring and loving trainer. Fact 86. Team Rocket's dynamic with their Pokemon is a key element of their character development. Unlike many other villains, who view Pokemon as tools for their evil plans, Jessie, James, and Meowth develop deep emotional connections with their Pokemon. Jessie's bond with her Wobbuffet, James's affection for his coughing wheezing, and Meowth's complex relationship with the rest of the Pokemon world are key aspects of their characters. These relationships show that even villains can experience love, loyalty, and tenderness toward their Pokemon, making them more than just stereotypical antagonists. Their bonds with their Pokemon humanize them in ways that make them more relatable. Fact 87. The recurring motif of failure and persistence is one of the most prominent themes in Team Rocket's story. Though they never succeed in their goal of capturing Pikachu, their repeated failures are never seen as a sign of defeat. Instead, each failure is met with renewed enthusiasm and an even more elaborate scheme. This relentless pursuit of their goal, despite knowing the outcome, is part of what makes them so endearing. Their persistence reflects the human tendency to keep going, even when success seems unattainable. In a way, Team Rocket embodies the idea that trying and failing is an integral part of the journey. Fact 88. James's sense of humor often provides a lighthearted contrast to the more intense moments of the series. While Jessie can be dramatic and emotional, and Meowth can be cynical, James often offers a sense of comic relief with his awkwardness and quirky nature. His witty remarks and slapstick moments provide balance to the trio's interactions, lightening the mood during tense moments. James's ability to laugh at himself and find humor in the absurd situations they find themselves in makes him a relatable and charming character, adding to the overall warmth of Team Rocket's dynamic. Fact 89. Meowth's journey is not just one of external conflict, but also of internal growth. His early motivations, driven by the desire for love and acceptance, evolve over time as he learns to value the friendship he shares with Jessie and James. Meowth's struggle with his identity as a talking Pokémon who is different from others is a key theme throughout his character arc. His ability to speak human language isolates him from the Pokémon world, but through his experiences with Team Rocket, he finds a sense of belonging. This emotional growth adds depth to his character, making him more than just a sidekick. Fact 90. Team Rocket's love of gadgets and technology is another defining characteristic of their approach to villainy. From their rocket-powered contraptions to their over-the-top vehicles, Team Rocket is always coming up with new and creative ways to try and capture Pikachu. Their inventions, though often ridiculous and doomed to fail, are a testament to their creativity and resourcefulness. These gadgets represent the trio's willingness to go to any length to achieve their goal, and their constant reinvention of their technology adds an element of surprise and excitement to each of their plans. Their over-the-top inventions are as much a part of their identity as their motto. Fact 91. One of the most memorable aspects of Team Rocket is their ability to constantly reinvent themselves. Whether it's a new disguise, a fresh plan to capture Pikachu, or a completely new gadget, Team Rocket never seems to run out of ideas, though most of them are incredibly ridiculous. Their creativity is limitless, and this is part of what makes them so entertaining. Even though they repeatedly fail, they continue to come up with new ways to reach their goal. This relentless pursuit of innovation, despite constant failure, is both amusing and admirable, showcasing their determination and unyielding spirit. Fact 92. Jessie's leadership qualities are often overlooked, but they are an essential part of Team Rocket's success, if you can call it that. Though she is often driven by emotions, her ability to take charge in tough situations is a testament to her resilience and confidence. She frequently takes the initiative in their schemes, pushing James and Meowth to follow through on their plans. Her assertiveness, though sometimes bordering on bossy, keeps Team Rocket moving forward. In many ways, Jessie's leadership style is what keeps the trio together, as she's the one who pushes them to continue, even when everything seems hopeless. Fact 93. James's emotional sensitivity often contrasts with Jesse's more brash and confident nature, and this dynamic adds depth to their relationship. While Jessie often leads with her emotions and ambitions, James provides a calm and thoughtful balance. His introspective nature is a key part of his character, as he frequently reflects on his actions and the decisions he's made. Though James might appear more laid back than his teammates, his emotional complexity shows that he's far from indifferent. His vulnerability, mixed with his occasional self doubt, adds a layer of empathy to his character, making him more relatable and human. Fact 94. Meowth's relationship with his teammates is often characterized by mischief and humor, but it is also built on deep loyalty. Despite his self serving attitude at times, Meowth is always there to support Jessie and James, even when their plans seem doomed to fail. His sense of loyalty is one of his defining characteristics, as he consistently puts his friends above his own needs. This dedication to his teammates is evident in his actions, even when it seems like the easiest thing would be to abandon them. Meowth's unwavering commitment to Jessie and James highlights the strength of their bond as a trio. Fact 95. Team Rocket's relationship with their Pokémon, particularly with Wobbuffet, Coughing, and Meowth, is one of mutual respect and love. While they may often seem like villains, their bond with their Pokémon is genuine. Jessie's relationship with Wobbuffet, James's with Coughing and Wheezing, and Meowth's connection with his teammates show that they care deeply for the Pokémon in their care. These relationships are a constant reminder that despite their villainous attempts to steal Pikachu, Team Rocket is not without empathy. Their interactions with their Pokémon reveal a softer side, reminding us that love and loyalty can be found in the most unlikely places. Fact 96. Despite their best efforts, Team Rocket's plans to capture Pikachu never succeed. This constant failure is a central theme throughout the Pokémon series, and it's part of what makes them such lovable characters. Though their schemes are often overly complicated and absurd, their persistence in trying to catch Pikachu never wavers. This repeated failure, far from making them less interesting, actually makes them more relatable. Their attempts reflect the idea that success is not always guaranteed, and sometimes the effort we put in is just as important as the outcome. In a way, Team Rocket embodies the importance of perseverance. Fact 97. Team Rocket's disguises are one of the most entertaining parts of their antics. Whether they're dressing up as a nurse, a professor, or even a giant robot, their disguises are always an attempt to outsmart their enemies. These disguises are often over the top and ridiculous, which is what makes them so entertaining. Despite the obvious flaws in their costumes, Jessie, James, and Meowth embrace their roles with confidence and flair. Their commitment to their disguises, no matter how poorly they fit or how quickly they fall apart, showcases their creativity and adds an extra layer of comedy to their schemes. Fact 98. The rivalry between Team Rocket and Ash's group is one of the central dynamics in the Pokémon series. While Ash and his friends represent the ideals of teamwork, perseverance, and kindness, Team Rocket often serves as the foil to these traits. However, as the series progresses, their rivalry becomes more nuanced. Team Rocket, particularly Jessie and James, begins to show respect for Ash's determination and strength. Their rivalry, while still full of conflict, evolves into something more complex, where moments of mutual understanding and respect occasionally shine through. This development adds depth to their interactions and shows that even villains can grow. Fact 99: Meowth's backstory of training to speak human language and his eventual heartbreak when he fails to win the affection of a female Meowth adds a layer of tragedy to his character. His decision to join Team Rocket, not out of villainy, but out of loneliness, makes him one of the more sympathetic characters in the series. Meowth's desire for love and acceptance is at the core of his character, and his journey through the series is one of self discovery and finding belonging. This emotional depth makes Meowth more than just a sidekick, it makes him a character with real emotional stakes. Fact 100: One of the most touching aspects of Team Rocket is their moments of vulnerability, especially when they are reminded of their failures. Jesse, James, and Meowth often hide their insecurities behind their bravado and over the top personalities, but there are times when their true feelings come through. Jessie's desire to prove herself, James's search for freedom, and Meowth's longing for love all show that beneath their comical exterior, there are real, relatable emotions at play. These moments of vulnerability add depth to their characters, reminding viewers that even the most unlikely characters have their own struggles and desires. Fact 101: One of Team Rocket's defining characteristics is their theatrical approach to everything they do. Whether it's their elaborate entrances, dramatic speeches, or exaggerated plans, they approach every situation with an over the top flair. This dramatic approach is one of the key reasons they remain so entertaining. Their flair for the dramatic is reflected not only in their words and actions, but also in their personalities. Jesse's loud and fiery demeanor, James's theatrical expressions, and Meowth's sardonic humor make Team Rocket feel like a constant performance where failure doesn't seem to dampen their enthusiasm for putting on a good show. Fact 102: James's journey through Team Rocket is one of self-discovery. While he initially joined the organization as a way to escape his oppressive family, over time, he begins to find his own purpose. James's sense of self is challenged by his desire for independence and his need to be accepted for who he is, rather than for what others expect of him. His constant struggle between his past and his future reveals a character that is much more than just a sidekick. James's character arc reflects the importance of finding one's identity and purpose, even in the most unlikely of circumstances. Fact 103: Meowth's backstory of training himself to speak human language in order to win the affection of a female Meowth adds a layer of depth to his character. His heartbreak when his efforts fail and he realizes the futility of his pursuit is one of the more emotional moments in the series. Meowth's journey, filled with both humor and sadness, is a reminder that even the most comical characters can have complex inner lives. His deep-seated loneliness and desire for acceptance make him a surprisingly tragic figure whose attempts at connection resonate with anyone who has ever felt misunderstood. Fact 104: Team Rocket's love for flashy, over-the-top gadgets is an essential part of their identity. Whether it's a giant robot or a contraption designed to capture Pikachu, their inventions are always designed with flair. These gadgets are often ridiculous and impractical, yet they embody Team Rocket's creativity and determination. The absurdity of these devices makes them a recurring comedic element in the series, and despite their constant failure, they highlight the trio's unwillingness to give up. Their inventions serve as a testament to their relentless drive, showing that even when things don't work out, creativity and effort still shine through. Fact 105: Jessie's deep desire for fame and recognition is often a driving force behind her actions. Her ambition to be a renowned Pokémon master or famous celebrity is a key element of her character. This longing for recognition often leads her to take risks or make decisions that may not always be in her best interest. Jessie's desire for validation from her mother and others is something she struggles with throughout the series. Her constant pursuit of fame, despite the many setbacks she faces, adds a level of complexity to her character, making her more than just a typical villain. Fact 106: James's relationship with his coughing and wheezing is a perfect example of his softer side. Despite his role as a member of Team Rocket, James is deeply caring and affectionate toward his Pokémon, especially coughing. This bond is a stark contrast to the typical villainous relationship many villains have with their Pokémon, where the creatures are often treated as mere tools. James's care for coughing and his emotional attachment to his Pokémon show a depth to his character that is often overlooked. His affection for his Pokémon highlights his caring nature and his desire for companionship and connection. Fact 107: Meowth's relationship with Jessie and James is one of loyalty and camaraderie. Despite his occasionally selfish behavior, Meowth is fiercely loyal to his teammates, and his actions often demonstrate his deep connection with them. Meowth's loyalty is seen in the way he supports Jessie and James through thick and thin, even when things aren't going well. His bond with them is evident in the way he always has their backs, offering support, advice, and even a bit of comic relief when they need it most. This unwavering loyalty is one of the key reasons why Meowth is so integral to Team Rocket. Fact 108: Though Team Rocket's schemes are often absurd and doomed to fail, they never give up on their ultimate goal, capturing Pikachu. Their determination to catch Ash's Pikachu is unwavering, and it is this persistence that defines their character. Despite countless setbacks and failures, they always return with a new plan and an even greater sense of optimism. This persistence, while comically misguided, speaks to the idea that the pursuit of a goal is just as important as achieving it. Team Rocket's refusal to give up, no matter how ridiculous their methods, highlights the importance of perseverance, even in the face of failure. Fact 109: Jessie's personality is a mix of confidence, vanity, and insecurity. While she often presents herself as a self-assured and determined individual, her actions frequently reveal deeper insecurities, particularly related to her need for validation. Jessie's need for recognition is a key motivator for many of her actions throughout the series. Her over-the-top behavior, dramatic flair, and sometimes reckless decisions are all driven by her desire to be seen and admired. Yet despite her flaws, Jessie's emotional journey is one of growth, as she learns to accept herself and find value beyond the approval of others. Fact 110: The trio's most memorable line, "Prepare for trouble and make it double," has become synonymous with their attempts to capture Pikachu. This iconic catchphrase, often recited before every scheme, reflects Team Rocket's theatrical approach to villainy. While the motto itself is often met with groans or chuckles from viewers, it's a perfect encapsulation of their over-the-top personalities and dramatic flair. Their repeated recitation of this line, despite the constant failure that follows, highlights their unyielding optimism and commitment to their cause. It's a small detail, but it perfectly captures the spirit of Team Rocket's antics. Fact 111. One of the more unique aspects of Team Rocket's characterization is their ability to find humor in their failures. While many villains would be disheartened by their constant setbacks, Team Rocket embraces their role as underdogs. Their absurd schemes, constant failures, and dramatic explosions are a source of humor not only for viewers, but for themselves as well. This ability to laugh at their own failures is part of what makes them so endearing. Team Rocket's acceptance of their own shortcomings allows them to continue moving forward no matter how often they are thwarted, and provides an important lesson in resilience. Fact 112. Jessie's relationship with her Wabuffa is one of the most emotionally complex in Team Rocket's history. Though Wabuffet rarely speaks and often remains motionless, his loyalty to Jessie is unwavering. Their bond is based on mutual understanding, as Jessie often treats Wabuffet with love and affection, despite his quirky behavior. Wabuffet's stoic nature contrasts with Jessie's often fiery personality, but the two share an unspoken connection that transcends words. Their relationship adds an emotional depth to Jessie's character, showing that even in the world of comedy and failure, genuine friendships and bonds can be formed. Fact 113. James's backstory, especially his feelings of suffocation under his family's expectations, provides a deeper layer to his character. Born into wealth, James was expected to follow a traditional path, one that he found stifling and unfulfilling. His decision to leave behind his family's wealth and join Team Rocket was an act of rebellion, but it was also a quest for personal freedom. Over time, James learns that his true happiness lies in being part of Team Rocket, where he can be himself without the pressure of conforming to society's standards. His journey highlights the importance of self-discovery and the courage to forge one's own path. Fact 114. Meowth's complex personality is reflected in his interactions with both humans and Pokémon. While he may appear as a comic character who often acts out of self-interest, Meowth's depth is shown through his loyalty to Jessie and James. Unlike other Pokémon, who are simply companions or tools for their trainers, Meowth is a fully fledged member of Team Rocket. His ability to speak human language allows him to participate in their schemes in a way that no other Pokémon can, but it also isolates him from others. His journey of finding belonging and understanding adds a layer of vulnerability to his character. Fact 115. Team Rocket's comedic failures often hide moments of emotional growth, particularly for Jessie, James, and Meowth. Though their schemes are usually filled with slapstick humor and absurd situations, these moments often reflect their internal struggles. Jessie's search for validation, James's yearning for freedom, and Meowth's desire for acceptance are key themes that run through their character arcs. Their repeated failures, while comedic, serve as a reminder that personal growth often comes from setbacks, and that even in the face of repeated defeat, there is always room for change and improvement. Fact 116. The relationship between Team Rocket and their Pokémon is one of mutual affection, even if the trio's motives are often questionable. Jessie, James, and Meowth may try to steal other Pokémon or use their own for selfish reasons, but there's a genuine bond between them and the creatures they care for. Jessie's love for her Wobbuffet, James's affection for his Koffing, and Meowth's attachment to his teammates show that despite their villainous roles, they are not without compassion. This relationship with their Pokémon makes them more relatable and adds an emotional depth to their characters. Fact 117. Despite their constant failures, Team Rocket's drive to capture Pikachu remains unshaken. Their obsession with Pikachu is a central theme in the Pokemon series, and it serves as both a source of humor and a symbol of their persistence. While they never succeed, their unyielding desire to catch Pikachu demonstrates a level of dedication that is admirable, even if it's misguided. This relentless pursuit of an impossible goal is a recurring motif that reflects the broader theme of striving for something unattainable, showing that the journey itself is as important as the destination, even if success remains elusive. Fact 118. Jessie's dramatic flair is one of the key elements of her character. Whether she's delivering a speech, striking a pose, or reacting to a failure, Jessie's emotional expression is often exaggerated to the point of absurdity. This larger than life personality is what makes Jessie so memorable, as she brings an energy and intensity to every situation. However, beneath her dramatic exterior is a character who is deeply insecure and often vulnerable. Her outward confidence often masks her inner doubts, and her emotional outbursts are a way for her to cope with the constant pressure she feels to prove herself. Fact 119. James's role as the more reserved member of Team Rocket provides a balance to the more flamboyant personalities of Jessie and Meowth. While Jessie is often loud and demanding, and Meowth is quick-witted and mischievous, James brings a sense of calm and introspection to the trio. His quieter nature is a perfect counterbalance to Jessie's fiery temper, and his thoughtful approach to their plans often provides a touch of reason amidst the chaos. Though he can be just as eccentric as his teammates, James's calm demeanor makes him a more grounded character, allowing for moments of emotional reflection. Fact 120. Team Rocket's motto, "Prepare for trouble and make it double," is a cornerstone of their identity. This catchy and dramatic phrase has become synonymous with the trio's antics and is often recited before they embark on their latest scheme. The motto, while often interrupted or thwarted, serves as a symbol of their determination and theatrical approach to villainy. It's a reminder that no matter how many times they fail, Team Rocket will always return with the same enthusiasm and flair, ready to try again. This unrelenting optimism is part of what makes them so lovable despite their constant failures. Fact 121. One of the most distinctive features of Team Rocket's character is their ability to persist in the face of constant failure. Every time they're blasted off or their plans are foiled, they return with the same enthusiasm and determination. Their unyielding persistence in trying to capture Pikachu, despite knowing they will likely fail again, demonstrates a profound, albeit comedic, dedication to their goal. This resilience, coupled with their repeated setbacks, is a key element of their charm. It shows that even when the odds are stacked against you, the willingness to keep trying can make all the difference. Fact 122. James's emotional journey is a compelling part of Team Rocket's story. Coming from a wealthy family with high expectations, James's desire for freedom and individuality led him to leave behind a life of privilege. His decision to join Team Rocket wasn't born out of malice, but rather a desire to escape the pressures of his family's expectations and live on his own terms. This backstory adds depth to his character, showing that his actions are motivated by a need to break free from the constraints of his past and find a place where he truly belongs. Fact 123: Jessie's emotional vulnerability is often hidden behind her confident and dramatic persona. Throughout the series, she struggles with feelings of inadequacy, particularly in her desire to prove herself to others, especially her mother. Her need for validation and recognition is a central theme in her character arc. Though she often presents herself as self assured and unshakable, Jessie's insecurities shine through in moments of failure and self doubt. These emotional complexities make her a more relatable character, as they demonstrate that even the most outwardly confident individuals have their own struggles with self worth and the need for acceptance. Fact 124: Meowth's longing for companionship and acceptance is at the heart of his character. Unlike most Pokémon, who are loyal to their trainers out of a sense of duty or affection, Meowth's relationship with Jessie and James is built on a deep need for emotional connection. His ability to speak human language allows him to interact with them on a more personal level, and this connection is what keeps him by their side, even when their plans fail. Meowth's loyalty to his teammates is not just a product of being a member of Team Rocket. It's rooted in his desire to belong and be understood. Fact 125: Despite their many failures, Team Rocket's ability to entertain and engage audiences is a significant part of their legacy. Whether it's their exaggerated schemes, comical interactions, or their dramatic entrances, the trio never fails to bring humor to the series. This entertainment value is what has made them such beloved characters, as they provide a lighthearted contrast to the more intense battles and adventures that occur in the Pokemon world. Their comedic timing, paired with their persistent failures, creates a dynamic that has captivated fans for years, showing that sometimes the most memorable characters are the ones who don't always win. Fact 126: James's relationship with his Pokemon, particularly his coughing and wheezing, is one of deep care and affection. Unlike many other villains who view their Pokemon as mere tools for achieving their goals, James treats his Pokemon as friends and companions. His bond with coughing and wheezing is built on trust and mutual respect, and he often goes to great lengths to protect them. This relationship highlights the complexity of his character, as it shows that despite his association with Team Rocket, James is not purely driven by villainy. He is capable of love, loyalty, and deep emotional connections with his Pokemon. Fact 127: Jessie's fondness for drama and flair is evident in every aspect of her life, from her dramatic entrances to her exaggerated reactions to failure. She loves to be the center of attention, and this is a key part of her character. However, this love for drama is also a defense mechanism, allowing her to mask her deeper insecurities. Jessie's desire for recognition and her drive to prove herself to others often lead to her dramatic outbursts. But beneath this exterior lies a character who is searching for validation and approval. Her passion, though sometimes overbearing, is driven by a deep need to be seen. Fact 128: Meowth's ability to speak human language not only sets him apart from other Pokemon, but also allows him to serve as the voice of reason for Team Rocket. While Jessie and James often act on impulse or emotion, Meowth's calm and calculated approach to their plans makes him the strategist of the trio. He is frequently the one who comes up with the plans, offering advice and ideas to his teammates. This unique role within the group allows Meowth to contribute to their schemes in a way that no other Pokemon can, further solidifying his importance to Team Rocket. Fact 129: Team Rocket's ability to find humor in the most absurd situations is one of the reasons they remain so lovable. Whether it's their plans to capture Pikachu or their frequent failures, the trio's ability to laugh at themselves makes them endearing. Jesse's over the top reactions, James's awkwardness, and Meowth's sharp wit create a dynamic that balances comedy and sincerity. Despite their failures, Team Rocket's humor is a key part of what makes them such memorable characters. Their ability to laugh at themselves in the face of failure is a reminder that life's setbacks are often best faced with a sense of humor. Fact 130: the bond between Jesse, James, and Meowth is the heart of Team Rocket. Despite their individual quirks and differences, the trio is bound by a deep friendship and loyalty to one another. Their relationship is built on mutual respect, understanding, and the shared experience of constantly failing together. This camaraderie is what makes Team Rocket more than just a group of villains. It makes them a family. Their loyalty to each other, even when their schemes fail, shows that their connection goes beyond their shared goal of capturing Pikachu. It's this bond that allows them to continue on their journey, no matter how many times they fall. Thank you for drifting with me through these 130 facts about Team Rocket. As you let the day slip away and your mind begins to settle, may your dreams be filled with their laughter, their charm, and the delightful mischief they bring to the Pokemon world. May you find peace in the quiet moments, and may your heart feel light as you rest. Good night.